Hello, welcome back. This is episode 152 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where Tobin and I have been spending some time catching up on some indie games.
Suck it. Suck it, damn you. Come on. Suck it.
Alright, so we've tried some of the games you guys recommended, but,
blow it. Blow it. Blow it like you mean it. Come on.
what the hell game are you playing? Tobin makes money in a dark alley?
Oh, ha, ha, ha. No. I'm playing Shatter on PlayStation 3.
Oh, okay. I was expecting something a little more offensive from you.
What, like, shatter your mom's jaw with my enormous cock?
Why do I even bother talking to you? This is ridiculous. I'm Yuzu Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kozaire, and this week we're talking about Little King's Story, Splosion Man, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, My Life as a Darklord, Shift and Shatter, and Shimmy and Shake.
And Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Our new releases include Wii Sports Resort, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Fat Princess, East India Company, and Gears of War 2, All Fronts Collection. But let's get started with Little King's Story. But before we do, got something a little different.
So, yes, I have always been, we've both been craving the one cups ever since we came back from Japan. I don't know if you guys remember from our Japan videos, but basically drank these every single night. So
it's pretty much a cup of sake.
Yeah.
And it's basically the equivalent of Mad Dog 2020 in Japan.
And it will fuck you up, and you will sleep under a bridge, and you'll be happy and loving life.
Yeah, and what's hilarious was Tobin actually drank so many of these at the thing. He actually had a nice collection.
Yeah.
And then he bought one of those little plants to stick in there, which was awesome. It grew pretty well.
So in my room was a nice little plant growing out of my my little 1-cup vase.
A vase, I believe.
Yeah. See, I don't need my wife around to make shit pretty.
Hell no.
I can decorate my own house.
What is it with, 100 yen shop plants?
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
Absolutely.
But as you guys can tell, we are in a slightly temporary studio. We're trying out a more, noise-reduced location for our mics.
We're giving it our last shot. We're trying to make these lapel mics work, and we're trying a studio that there shouldn't be any echo in this room. So if the sound sucks, then it's just the lapel mics. That's it. So anyway, that's why we're here. But let's talk about some fucking video games about that.
That's right. The first game we have up is Little King's Story. So this has been out for a while.
Yeah.
And we have a couple minutes there. So it's been out for a while in the UK.
Yes.
So we finally got our hands on it over here in the NTSC location.
Yeah, people have been like saying, like, play Little King's Story. I'm like, bitch, it is not out for 2 weeks. How are you playing it? Oh, you're British.
Yeah, which is like ridiculous because usually we always get all the games first. Yeah. If we don't, then Japan does first.
Well, see, I should have known because they kept saying play Little King's Story and it's Stoury.
Oh, that's LIUTTLE, right? So yeah, I mean, you know.
All these poor guys are commenting on YouTube like, I don't get your joke. What do you mean? It's like, you put U's in everything. It's funny.
Right. It's like Honor only has one U.
Yeah, that's right. No, it has 7. So anyway, Little King's Story, it's the first big game on the Wii for a while, actually.
It's the first game I've enjoyed, for a long time, right?
I was going to say, Nintendo now releases 2 or 3 games a year because fuck it. That's their new plan.
Fuck it, we have money.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Like, between now and Christmas, Nintendo is releasing like 2 or 3 games.
Pretty much, but the games they're releasing are pretty good.
They do look
I mean, they have the new Metroid trilogy. Well, not new, but the Super Mario.
The 4-player Mario.
4-player Mario.
And then Wii Sports 2 or whatever.
The Wii Resort. We'll be talking about that a little bit later.
But that's it. That's it.
Is there anything else? I mean,
there's
seriously.
Nothing. Everything else.
What about Red Steel 2? Is that coming
pushed?
Out? Are you fucking kidding me?
Pushed to 2010.
Dude,
Red Steel 2.
What's coming out this year?
Mario Galaxy 2, 2010. Everything, the new Zelda that they hinted at.
Are you talking about what about the Spirit Tracks on DS? That's coming out this year, isn't it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Fuck. So I think everybody's scared of Call of Duty 4.
Apparently
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, right?
Modern Warfare 2, which we will get to later. There's some shit we got to talk about with Modern Warfare 2.
But let's talk about the game. So Little King's Story, it is, I would probably say it's a nice mix between Pikmin and... what else? There's some other game type, but I can't really think of what it is. It's very Pikmin-ish.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I'm trying to think of good games where what you do is you assign different roles to people. I mean, like, that kind of happened in Lemmings. That kind of happens in these other games where you're basically walking around with an army of dudes that can do different jobs.
Yeah. Some are farmers, which can dig holes. You can get miners who can do rock.
Lumberjacks.
Warriors, they're very important.
You can get the Indian. You can get the cop.
Yeah, I forgot about
Construction worker.
Construction worker,
right.
and then...
out there doing the... So
yes, and you're George Michael basically running them around. But yeah, you can do all sorts of cool stuff. And what I really like what they did was they kind of made all of the entire map very like Metroidvania-ish, right? Where it's just like you see this other area and you're like, wow, what's over there?
Yeah. I wish I could get to that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a big fucking tree trunk in my way.
Yeah, it's just like I wonder what I need to get through there.
Right.
And it's big. Like when I was first playing the game, it was all basically tutorial level, but it was tutorial levels for almost at least like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
It was a long tutorial,
right? But you don't notice it's a tutorial. But all of a sudden, once you're out of the tutorial, it's just like, holy shit, this game is huge.
Yeah. So the basic plot is you're a little king. You're in your kingdom. You need to get more and more serfs or more and more subjects.
Yep.
You give them different jobs, and it allows you to go farther and farther out and explore different areas and fight different bosses. And they're very unapologetic about the goal of the game. Like the goal of the game is to go up and whoop up on a bunch of other people and take their land until we control the world.
That's right, because they make fun of you, right?
Yeah.
It's
it's literally like George Bush the game.
He is a little king.
It's like we're going to stomp on brown people all day long until we win.
So basically, yeah, you're saying it's a nice analogy to U.S. public policy for the past 8 years.
It's our public policy.
But it's a fun world conquest game. So I can't really think of anything bad to say about it.
I do.
Oh, really?
I got some stuff to say.
Shoot.
The controls, when you have 12 guys following you, there are ramps everywhere. Why can't these fucking guys walk up a ramp? It drove me crazy. It's just like...
But it doesn't matter. After all, if you just go far away, they'll eventually pop up. Won't they?
They didn't with me. I walked pretty far away, and I'd go back, and there'd be like 3 of them just like standing beside the ramp, like unable to walk up the thing. It's like, why is that a game element that I have to go back and like walk up the ramp as straight as I can? I mean, it's like it's a nit, but it actually comes up more often than you'd think. When you're exploring,
there's
you're
one
like, up a ramp, down a ramp, up a ramp, down a ramp.
There's one particular area I know exactly. Like basically, most ramps I didn't have a problem with, but it's the one where you actually go to the darkness area. That's the ramp. I always would lose 3 guys. I'd be like, okay, fuck it. I'll go without 3 guys.
And would they eventually reappear? I
thought they did, but maybe now that you think about it, I remember coming back and I'm like, oh, that's where my other is.
Motherfucker!
He's just running in the corner like this.
Yeah. And it's like that, little things like that, that came up during playtesting, and it's just like, obviously it doesn't add anything to the game. It's just one of these things where it's like, just let your guys follow you.
Or just
let
warp.
them, just warp, do whatever. I mean, like, but the point is the nits are small. It was just like that little gameplay element. I thought that I was playing, there's something else that bugged me, but I don't remember what it was.
I think some of the grinding aspects were a little, so like some of the things you need to do is like, okay, you can't get past this area until you get archers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Archers cost 4 million points.
Ridiculous amounts. So you gotta save up, and the thing is, like, you'll spend like 1 or 2 days going around the different area and saying like, I gotta kill mushrooms and get mushrooms because they cost, they give me money. I gotta dig up, plants. So it felt a little bit like work.
Yeah.
But they didn't drag it long enough to break it.
Exactly.
Me.
So I mean, like that was the thing with me is as long as I was getting enough money each day to then advance to the next point without grinding, I was having a good time. Then there's once or twice where I was like, all right, I need
archers.
Exactly. I need to get those archers. I need to get the lumberjacks.
The lumberjacks were tough, but I'm still saving up for those fucking the treasure hunters.
Yeah, well, those
are like
19 million,
20 million whatever they call it, but
whatever the points are. But I mean, so it's one of these things where it's like it's not a perfect game. You wouldn't say that it's as finely tuned as a Nintendo, like first party stuff. But it is really fun.
Dude, it is
really, really fun.
It's the best Wii game I've played since Super Mario Galaxy.
That's true.
I mean, you think about all the games, just like this is one where it's like, I actually have a draw to come back to play the game. Where a lot of these games I'll play for a day, like a good solid 4 hours, and then I'll go like, you know.
And what I like about it too is that it has more depth than it looks like. It's one of these things where if you just go in, because you end up with like 12 guys following you, and then you have boss battles and stuff. Like you'll find each area has kind of a boss. And the thing is most of the game you just basically hit your attack button and your guys go off and do shit.
Yeah, but there's
you
a little bit more.
That with bosses.
No.
So there's a big timing element to the
I was actually doing that, and I was dying, and I'm like, Tobin, how the fuck did you get past this guy?
I know.
I would throw all my guards, and I sit there waiting, and they'd be like, and you smash them all. I'm like, what's going on?
Why did they all die?
Why did they die?
What am I supposed to do differently?
And if you walk away a little bit too far, all of a sudden they get all of their guys back, and their health goes all the way back up.
That's right.
So
the whole game. The combat starts to center around you learn the timing of the bosses. So you attack with the guys, and then he's like, I'm going to fuck you in the ass. And you're just like, come back.
Is that what those little air things come Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, it's in a different language, but I could tell. Yeah. I translate
Bend over.
I know.
Okay. Fair enough.
Grab your ankles. So then you grab the trigger and you guys run back and he does his big fuck you in the ass attack and then you attack again. So you start to kind of learn the rhythm of these things. So,
And for actually, all monsters actually have the same sort of thing where they get this little weird air. I'm going to fuck you in the ass. Basically, what they're trying to do. So.
And you start getting guys on cliffs that you have to have archers for, and you start having to balance your party in a way that's actually very fun.
Absolutely, and as far as to the depth, I was looking at some of the things that you can do. It's we haven't even finished the second boss yet. Or
That's right.
I haven't finished the second boss yet, but I think I've barely scratched the surface. I think there's going to be so many more, different types of jobs you can do. There's this element of making kids. Have you seen that?
I saw that in the church, right?
Yeah.
You can actually marry people that are in love.
You see two of your guys, in the little hearts, you go grab both of them, you throw them at the church, they go in, they go doo 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 doo. And what's hilarious is a flying chicken comes in, drops an urn, it cracks open, and then the kid pops up, which is awesome.
Wow, just like in real life.
Exactly.
I mean, hey kids, that's how babies are made.
Pretty much. You throw them in a church.
Yeah.
And then the magic
Babies
chicken
never come outside of church.
No.
So.
Well, see, they're not brought by chickens. They're brought by something else.
By crack whores. So anyway. Big thumbs up. Little King Story, super, super fun.
If you own a Wii, this is a game you must own. It's seriously,
you gotta get it. You gotta
awesome.
get it for sure. So next up, this has been a relatively good week, honestly.
I know. I would say
they're not huge games, but I was pleasantly surprised with, let's say, most.
I would say
about
2 of them.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But the next one we've been pleasantly surprised with.
Yeah, and I didn't realize Splosion Man. Splosion Man. It's the same guys that did Ma.
I love donuts. You know I do. They're so good at making addictive shit. Like the music from the mall was really catchy.
And just hearing Ma, just hearing that, I mean, you just know it's very indicative.
Yes. So what's this game about?
This game, and the thing is, a story. I love the trend of games saying "fuck story."
Yeah, fuck it.
We're just going to spend 5 seconds showing something where it's like a big factory, and then you have this man which is all covered in fire and some scientists, and he breaks out. That's it.
That is the entire story. Because what else do you need? That's the thing. Is games either need a story or they are a simple mechanic.
Yes.
And I mean, you don't need a backstory.
No, and so many games don't bring their game to the table, and they say, "Oh, we'll just cover it all up with story."
Yeah.
And they spend hours and hours of these cutscenes and random text, and I'm like, "Well, fuck it. Seriously, give me just."
Because that's not the fun part. That's not what you're there for.
Exactly.
If it's a good game with a good story on top, that's awesome.
Exactly.
But we're here for the gameplay elements. This one, like you said, it's a dude covered in fire, blowing himself up, trying to escape from a bunch of scientists.
It's a pure platformer, pure platforming goodness.
And it is polished to bejesus and back. It feels so good. Every time you push that button, it's they could have made this game so bad. There were so many times that I was playing that I was like, man, if the controls weren't exactly as knife edge awesome as they are, I would just be flailing on the button and I'd be like, fuck you.
Because there's times where you're just all of a sudden you have to do these timed explosions many times, and it's just when I screw up, I know it's me and it's not the game. And that's the key you have to do with all sorts of platforms.
Right. And so the trick is when you explode, you can't jump.
You get 3 explosions per whatever.
You can't jump, you can't crouch, you can't do anything. There's no weapons. There's any button you push, it just makes you explode.
Which is awesome.
And that's it. I mean, you explode, you hit a wall, you explode, you bounce again. Like you said, you get 3 explosions before you can recharge. You have to hit the floor or a wall and recharge your explosions.
And they have a lot of little tricks where they pop up little explosive barrels, which will make you go really fast, like nitroglycerin and all sorts. And it gets hard.
Oh yeah, and they start fucking with you later. Hard. You're running a room and there'll be these ice particles coming from the ceiling. Your explosions turn off, so you can't blow up anymore.
Oh,
you have to find out ways to do shit. And they start doing all these clever things with jumping between platforms, and there's boss battles. I mean,
and it's huge. I mean, there's 50 levels in the single player game, and apparently, I still want to do this. I want to do the co-op. There's 50 co-op levels too.
Yes, they're different.
For $10?
For $10.
I mean, seriously.
There's nothing bad to say about this game. I mean,
I was curious though, because I was telling you, this made me feel like reliving Sonic again, and I know you hated Sonic, and I'm like, why do you like this game? Because there's so many elements where you have very little control.
Yeah.
Very little. But it's just you are just flying across the screen, hitting your explosion occasionally.
But I mean, wouldn't you say this reminds you more of Super Mario Brothers than Sonic? Because I mean, sure, you might blow up once, but I mean, it's not in Sonic where you're just always pushing to the right and you're just seeing all new stuff all the time. You see a screen and you have to plan your way through it, as opposed to just kind of blurring.
But I mean, some areas, some parts of the map, you're not really planning because you're hitting it and you're basically going like, "Holy shit, there's a barrel!" Poof. You're like, "Holy shit, there's another!" Poof.
Yeah, but you don't have to do anything, right? You're just watching at that point.
Well, no, you have to hit a button rather.
Are you saying when you hit the next?
Yeah, there's certain key elements, and this is where the Sonic-y elements with it, where you are moving so fast that you have to do these certain things in such a quick element at a time. You have to do a jump. You have to do something.
Yeah.
And I guess with your impression of Sonic is that.
It's faster.
You just hold right.
Yeah.
And you don't really do anything.
Or if you do stuff, I mean, like, you basically have to, like, every time I've ever played Sonic, I figured if I wanted to do the level well, I'd play it over and over and over and over, and I'd learn that at this point I have to hit this jump button, and then, like, I'd play it again, and I'd
so
learn
it's
at
too
this
much
point.
rote memory as opposed to, like, sheer reflex.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
This one, I would say that this game could have been, in a bad way, Sonic. Like, if this game was faster, if I had to... Because, I mean, like, right now, it's kind of like you go, boom, like, it's kind of, it's nicely paced, but if it was just like, boom, 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 like, if I was, like, rocketing around...
When you hit those nitroglycerin barrels, that's what happens, right? It's like you hit them and you just shoot sideways for a huge amount of screen.
But generally, you don't have to, like, do timing right after that.
Not very often.
It blows you through a wall, and then you're just like, haha.
True, very true.
But I see what you're saying. I mean, I can see that speed element, but they did it right for me. Like, I never felt the Sonic pull. I never could get into it.
Because this just reminded me, it's just like, wow, I finally found a game that wasn't Sonic, and even that wasn't Sonic of the recent ones, because even the recent ones didn't give me this sort of feeling where it's just like, wow, I'm getting this sort of like, kind of like weird rush.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing all this speed happen, because it is a speed game, but it's not 100% speed.
Right.
There are certain times where
speed,
it's on and off, which I think that's the right amount of balance for you for these types of games. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the thing is just the puzzles start to get so deep. Like, there's all these things where they'll be like raising water levels and like basically doing all these kind of mid-air timing things that are just. They feel good because when you get them, like, you'll beat a level, you're like, yes, it's like that is the greatest thing once you beat these really, like, when I've died 20 times, like I've had the warning come up on the screen where it's like, you've died a lot. If you want, you can go to the menu and take the coward's way out and skip this level.
Holy shit! I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
So have you?
Fuck that. Fuck that. It's just like, because the thing is, if I'm skipping levels, that means the game sucks, right? I was just like, I can do this.
It's the pink armband, dude. That's
I'm not ever wearing that pink pussy armband. Hell no.
So wow. So you actually you powered through and it didn't actually frustrate you.
It didn't. It never
because those sorts of things typically, right? I mean, they'll frustrate you, but like, what is it about it? What is it about the gameplay that?
It's just like the humor is perfectly done. Like, I just love all the aesthetics of it, and there's never once, like you said, anytime I die, I'm just like, I can do that better. It's not just like, oh, fuck you guys. Like, you designed this in a way, like
Mega Man, basically.
Yeah,
right?
Mega Man is just like, you make this perfectly impossible jump, and then it's just like dildo from hell destroys you. Like, I gotta watch out for the dildo from hell next time.
And then there's another dildo after that, and then craziness. So
it never once felt unfair. It just felt clever, perfectly clever all the way through.
Interesting, and I really want to try the co-op. I think the co-op is going to be another aspect of it that's going to, like, seriously, like $10 for the single player alone is perfect. Is a perfect price. So, good job, Ma developers.
Good job.
What's your name? Game? What's your name again?
I don't know. Splosion Man guys
that
make it.
Square Enix, dude, you love Square Enix.
I totally love Square Enix.
Anything they make is just gold.
I love poop on my face from Square Enix.
Golden poop.
Golden poop on my face. Speaking of golden poop on my face, did you play Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: My Life as a Darklord?
Why, yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it sucked.
It was fucking terrible. This game is shit.
It is. What is the game? Like, what's the?
It's a tower defense game.
It's pretty much, but it
is quite literally a tower defense game. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like,
you're right.
It is just a tower defense game.
You're not putting down towers to defend.
You are defending a tower.
Defending a tower. It is a tower. You put different levels in there. You can give the different values. You can put different monsters in it, and basically
watch.
And listen. Like, so many games, so many people have made desktop tower defense style games, and like. A couple of people, like Plants vs. Zombies, the Pixel Junk guys, Pixel Junk Monsters, they basically figured out this one little trick. They're like, hey, let's actually make interactivity a part of the tower defense genre.
So you're always doing something.
Yes, you're doing something, you're doing whatever. Like, all of a sudden it makes the game fun.
Yeah.
They didn't
Even if in Plants vs. Zombies, all you're doing is you're literally clicking bits of sunlight as they land. You're just like, click, 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 but it doesn't matter. It makes it work because you're not ever just like...
Yeah. Let's see if what I planned was correct.
Yeah.
And that's all you can really do. Well, the thing is, granted, you can cast some spells, you can use some items in this, but it's not core to the game as far as like what we've seen.
And if they kill your guys, you can replace them with new guys. You can build new levels. I mean, the point is so all that happens is you're this bad guy, and you build up a tower. You're allowed to pick what floor it is. You're allowed to pick which bad guys are on the floor, and each floor has different characteristics. Like some are good against magic, some are good against
some heal
damage.
Your monsters that you put in there. Some
heal your monsters, whatever.
So
it's
basically
really
pretty.
It is very pretty. It's very pretty. It's very polished. It's very Japanese.
Yep, and it's very Square Enix. I mean, the characterization that they have everywhere is like perfect for.
But it's so fucking boring. It is so goddamn boring.
I know it is.
You just place down a bunch of shit, and then it's just like you watch the good guys come in and fight your things, and there's like not even a fast forward button.
No. If there was a fast forward button, I might enjoy it a little bit more.
I wouldn't. There's nothing good there.
No. Well, I mean, there's some interesting stuff. So you get negative power. That's kind of like one of your currencies in the game. You use that to buy levels and buy monsters, and then you can start upgrading your monsters. So there's this kind of element of building with karma, and actually, you wear different dresses to like get different powers. It's right. So there's a lot of. Here we go.
Are you defending this game?
No, I'm just saying that
there's depth there. There's depth there.
There's a lot of depth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of polish that Square Enix usually puts to the game. I really wish they put it on something else.
I do too.
Like maybe Kingdom Hearts 3, for
example.
For
the love of Christ, make Kingdom Hearts 3 already. Stop wasting your time on this shit. So this game sucks.
And it's WiiWare, so you can't even trial.
No.
Unfortunately.
And I wouldn't bother doing trial because there's a bunch of other really good games out.
That's right.
Speaking of another game.
Another game.
So on PSN, there's a game called Shatter.
I thought it was called Suck and Blow.
Suck and Blow.
Suck and Blow. Blow and Suck. We talked about this game last week.
The giant maid has gone from suck to blow. You guys haven't seen Spaceballs.
No, none of you have. But yeah, so this is a game we talked about before. It's kind of like the Breakout reimagining.
Yeah.
Where you have a lot of different style things, you have a lot of weapons, you can do some stuff, but they really jazzed up Breakout. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it's very pretty. So,
it's very pretty.
And the major gimmick here is that you're shooting the ball back and forth, just like Breakout, except you can either suck things towards you or blow things away, and that includes the ball that's bouncing. It's not just the ball's bouncing and you're trying to suck in shit. It's like if the ball's going this way and you try and suck in an extra man, like a one-up, it'll suck the ball back.
Yeah, and you have to be careful.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is that with each ball, they actually have a little tiny line, which as you suck or blow, you can actually see where it's going to go.
Right.
So you can direct it, and you basically have a little bit more control over the ball, which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
The other cool thing I liked about it is that you can add more balls if you want. So your balls are your lives,
right?
So you can just basically keep putting X, and you can throw 3 balls, or you can throw all your lives out there if you want to, and then get like lots of bonus points, or finish the level faster, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I played it, and I'm like, wow, this is really pretty. This is really interesting. I just started getting bored.
I kind of felt the same way. I can tell you what it is.
What?
I can tell you exactly what it is.
I couldn't figure out what was missing.
So think about when you're playing Geometry Wars.
Yes.
They're like as soon as you get past the first, let's say, 15 seconds, after that it is nonstop action, right? It is literally like the entire time you're flying and shooting and flying and shooting. So this one, in almost every level, there's a mop-up phase.
I think you're right. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Because you play and you're just like, oh, this kind of cool.
And it gets crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy for a little bit, and then at the end there's like 4 or 5 blocks left, especially in the circular levels.
Oh, I know. Those are.
You're just trying to like bing, bing. All right, I missed it. Bing, blow. No, I missed it.
Suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that
is it.
It's the mop up. Because I was playing, I was just like, I'm enjoying the first part of every level, and then I'm just like, fuck this, I want to put it down. It's the lack of constant action.
I wonder if that's why they added the element of because one of the things you do, you hit the blocks and you get these little S's.
Yeah.
You can suck them in. Basically, it turns into energy, and when you fill up your energy bar, you can turn on and you shoot.
Yeah, you basically just finish the level. You're just like, you can just gun down everything that's left, and the level's over.
That's a little bit of a cheat, isn't it?
It is totally. They're just like, what it is somebody was like reviewing the game. They're like, this is boring. Why am I mopping this shit up at the end? They're like, well, we have to ship in a week. So why don't you guys put in a shooting element and fucking get it out the door?
Interesting. But they added so many other cool elements. Like the boss battles are great. They're really fantastic.
Good. They're really good. The octopus one I loved.
Oh yeah. And like the snake, I like the snake one. That's one I played a lot. But it's like you have all these great ideas, but it's almost like because they attach themselves to the Breakout concept of finish every single block.
Yeah.
They just basically saddled themselves with a game mechanic that not killed their game, but basically made it from a amazing game to a okay game.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It's average.
It's average.
It's just average.
Very pretty average.
Right.
But for $8, it's like, it's all right.
It's not bad. I would say honestly, I would say for $8, I would either find a friend or two and split it with the whole PSN sharing thing.
You're saying $8 $4.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a $4 game. Like it's just like either wait for a price drop or split it with somebody, because I'm not saying it's worth $8.
That's what we did.
That's exactly what we did. I'm not gonna lie. We both put in $4. We played it, and it's just like, I think that's fair. I think that we both chipped in $4.
Pretty much, and for a $4 game like this, but for the price it is, sorry.
I would just say wait. Like it's not a bad game. It's just a little bit overpriced for the amount of fun you're going to get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. The next game, I actually really like the price of this game.
Yes, absolutely free.
It's
called
Shift. So thank you very much to Holden for the recommendation. He's the first guy that told us how to play this game.
Yeah.
And what is it?
It is a free flash game at armorgames.com. We'll have the link if you look in the side or in the show notes. We'll have the link there. So what it is basically the whole world is black and white. You're a little white guy, and then as soon as you hit the shift key, the whole world flips upside down and you become black, and you can walk on the white.
That's right.
So if you're white, you can walk on the black.
There's some sort of cultural commentary I'm sure we can
I feel like,
add into this, but
I feel like I should sing that Black or White Michael Jackson song. He's black. He's white. It's like you and I, our faces meld into each other. It's like,
colors of the world. But yeah, it's kind of like, I really like the concept of people, especially indie developers, are taking this concept of how do we change the world, either rotate it, how do we change gravity, how do we change 2D to 3D, and it's just like let's take a platforming element and then just kind of add to it. And every single time they do it, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's the funny thing is like I said this last week. Every time I play these games, I'm surprised that they surprise me.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is a very simple concept, and the way they do it is just really well done, and I've never played anything like it. I mean, you play stuff similar, but I've never played anything with this game mechanic. I can say that for sure.
Pretty much. I mean, it's because instead of doing 3D, 2D, or anything like that, what they do is they basically flip it this way, and then it's positive and negative. So
and the whole thing is just literally finding out how to pick up the different keys in the level and get to the exit door.
Exactly.
And you can beat the game in about 20 minutes. So, I mean, it's like you just, if you're bored one night, go and play Shift, and you can burn through it. But I mean, it's a very pleasurable experience, and like I said before, it's worth the price you pay.
Yeah, it's absolutely free. And I really hope that the developers, so I can see the developers saying, okay, we can start playing around with different game mechanics and do all this stuff. What they really need to do is then start making it so that people can design their own levels.
Yes.
Because that's when you start getting a lot of the UGC, a lot of the other stuff. So I think that's going to be the next thing in Flash games, right? Where people are going to say, here's my editor in Flash.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that I hope really happens with stuff like this is that people from Xbox and PlayStation swoop in and say, hey, do you want to make this into a $5
They did with,
game?
Do you remember with M+?
That's right.
The little ninja game. So they did that with that. I think they're going to, that's the thing. So if you guys are interested in making games or anything like that, Flash game development is a really easy way to get in there. Yeah. And you basically, the world is your oyster. You can do anything you want.
Yep.
So give it a try.
And they obviously have decent physics stuff in the Flash games because these guys are putting in some really cool stuff.
Absolutely.
So those are the games we played this week. About half decent.
Yeah, but surprisingly, the two, especially Little King Story and Splosion Man, I felt like, wow, this was a good week.
Yeah.
It felt like a good week.
You know what's really funny is I seriously thought that what was going to happen is I saw the videos for Little King Story, and I thought we were going to come back and you were going to love it, and I was going to be like, this is boring.
Why didn't you? What do you
I
think
don't know.
about
It just kind of seemed
was
like
it too cutesy or too? Yeah.
Like sometimes
dude, it's deep.
It's great. I'm not I'm not dissing it. Like I had zero complaints about it other than the piddly little shit we said.
Yeah.
So and then next week we have another interesting mix.
Yeah. So I think there's going to probably be one or two winners of this week, and we can make our bets on which ones will be it. The first one is Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah.
So this is a game. It comes with Wii Motion Plus.
Yeah.
We already picked it up.
Wii Motion Plus.
So, have you tried the Wii Motion Plus yet?
I have. I actually picked up Wii Sports Resort last night. I'm not going to say anything about it till next week because I haven't played enough yet. But the sensitivity is phenomenal.
Interesting.
Phenomenal. Just as one example, I was playing the sword fighting, and man, it is just it.
Really?
It gets rid of all the frustration that you normally feel with the Wii mode.
What about the thrusting? This part. So, did you with any game modes that you saw?
I'm trying to think.
Because that was the Achilles heel, right?
You know what? I didn't play anything that had that yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. Because it's not wavery at all. It is
almost
perfectly
exact?
fluid. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. They built a piece of hardware that does nothing other than motion detection.
So one of my complaints about this which is kind of funny, was that I had the Wii Motion Plus, and I was like, I'm going to hold off on both Wii Sports Resort and Tiger Woods because I'm definitely going to play Tiger Woods because I kind of like golf games. This is the first one that's actually going to.
Oh yeah,
use it, right?
It'd be good.
So
and they put a new golf game in Wii Sports Resort.
Really?
So they're like Wii Golf for Wii Sports.
Well, they brought back bowling too. I heard.
Yes.
So
so they're kind of redoing all the classics.
So that's which is awesome. But like I actually plugged it on. And I'm like, okay, let me just try it. Like obviously it's not going to work with all these other games. But then I played the My Life as a King, My Life as a Darklord.
Yeah.
And I put it on there, and basically they tell you to do the controller sideways.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
So it breaks the functionality.
Because basically you know right here is where it touches, and basically you can't reach the button. And I'm like, what happened?
So you can't leave it on.
So I had to take it off. I had to hit the unlock, take it off.
Take it out of the condom.
I didn't fuck the condom.
Take it out of the Jimmy hat.
Yes, no Jimmy hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just like, oh my god, especially when there's a few games out there that don't allow you to use the classic controller.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. So Nintendo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, and so next up is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I know you are definitely very excited for.
I'm very excited. So it came out at 2 a.m. this morning. I'm going to go home and play it, and I hear everybody online is really good at it already.
Already?
So, well, I mean, people right from the arcades, right? So,
I was going to say, otherwise, it's been like, less than 24 hours. That'd be pretty fucked up. But it works for your stick, right?
Yeah, it works for the stick. So I'm all over that. I'm going to download the trial.
Minimal advantage for about a week with your stick.
I don't think I have any advantage. Because the thing is, people, if you played the arcade game, it's just good to translate
I remember getting my ass whooped on that a long time
ago. But I really enjoyed Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I really hope they get some of the older Neo Geo fighters. Those are my favorite fighters of everything. Yeah. So let's hope.
So the next one is the one I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
Fat Princess.
Fat Princess. Did you ever play the beta, the public beta that was out?
I didn't. I remember it coming out, and I remember you playing it, and I was like, oh, I should try that, and I didn't. But the big thing with this is it looks like it's kind of trying to do what Castle Crashers did, except they added in kind of a capture the flag first person. Well, it's not first person shooter, but it's the whole capture the flag.
It's kind of a top, not really top down, but kind of isometric view where it's a little side, and instead of a flag, it's the princess. Yeah,
so it totally looks like an Unreal Tournament or one of these things where you used to run around with your friends and play capture the flag, but you're there's 5 different skill sets and you're a bunch of knights, and you just go around whooping the living shit out of each other.
And it's fun.
It looks hilarious. So you played the beta. So what did you think?
So I played the beta. I actually thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was a little messy in some aspects, but for the most part, I can definitely see the core gameplay element being really cool because the whole idea of Fat Princess is that your princess is your flag, so the knights are trying to get to the princess and drag it back. Yeah. But what you do is you have all these things with food, and you feed the princess to make it fat, so that it's much harder to take over the other line. So it's a great game mechanic.
I saw some of the movies where the guys were picking up the fat princess and waddling her fat ass back to the place. So.
You need other guys to help out.
That's cool.
The team game mechanics of this, I just hope there's a little bit more depth than I saw in the beta. Yeah. Because this was months ago.
I was going to say, they've had a long time to polish it.
Yeah.
So
that's what it needs, because just capture the flag, just all that. I'll play it for a weekend and I'll be done.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's hope.
Here's hoping. So next up, East India Company. Wow, it's kind of like slavery sim. It's like Sim Plantation.
Pretty much. So this is
Cotton Production's down this week, Ma. Get the spiked whip.
I'm really surprised somebody hasn't made that game.
Plantation Simulator. I'm not that well. I don't know. But East India Company. It's a whatchamacallit, seafaring simulator. So what you do is, so here's the description of this game. Half of the game is you're doing economic routes and looking at planning screens. Wow, really?
Yes, and the other half is real-time seafaring battles, 3D battles.
Tell me more about the planning screens.
Well, let me tell you about planning screens. Dude,
I'll tell you about planning screens. Yeah, they're fucking high-res planning screens.
Dude, you should see the detail in the tobacco leaves of the icons. It's awesome.
It's like Excel porn. You go home and bust out a spreadsheet. Formula Wizard.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, bar graph.
Oof, but that's not all of it, dude. The 3D real-time seafaring battle, dude. You're spending about 30 minutes just getting your broadside just there. You're following them, just oh no, dude. Change the topsail a little bit more to get a little bit more speed.
I've never played a game with boat battles that wasn't awesome. They're always so fun and fast-paced. That's what I really like about them. Is fuck.
I mean, the thing is, if you're going to design a game where you have to spend 10 minutes to shoot and then potentially miss. Yeah. It's fuck it. It's just that's the whole point of the game.
The only time I want to be playing a boat in a game is when it's a fucking speedboat. Yeah. And there should be a machine gun on it.
There better be a machine gun on it.
That's all I'm saying. So I'm not going to play this game.
I'd be curious on the Excel porn aspect, because some of those simulations I kind of like. But
you let me know.
Dude, the seafaring battles just kill me, because the only seafaring game that I really enjoyed, even back in the day, might have been Pirates. Right. And even then, it was still pretty boring, because basically, here's the game. Yeah. Here's your ships. A turn,
I know, that's every fucking ship game. That's
Wait, hold on. Shoot.
It was like that MMO that we played.
Pirates of Burning Sea.
It was
so terrible.
That's been canceled, right?
I think it's still going on.
I think it's been canceled. Oh, no, they reduced the number of servers a couple weeks ago.
To 1.
Yeah. It's like 4 dudes on
for the
playing.
world.
Yeah.
But yeah, so East India Company, I think I'll probably pass. It's PC, so you can't even rent it.
Don't give a shit.
But if you like seafaring battles.
And then last up is Gears of War 2 All Fronts collection.
Yeah.
So this
is they are new maps. They are really, what is it, profitizing these games. I mean, seriously, like God, what's his name? Cliffy B.
Yeah.
Is just like, I need more money. So they came up with like a bunch, like 2 map packs, I think, 2 or 3 map packs. Somebody will remind me. But this one is a whole new map pack and another campaign,
which is cool.
Yeah,
which is very cool. So I mean, Gears was fun. Gears is very fun. We very much liked Gears, and the multiplayer was good too.
Yes, it didn't really. I'm like, it's not a game that I will continue to play like Call of Duty 4 because it's more slower paced.
Yeah.
To me, but everybody seems to like.
There are Gears nights on the NooBTooB forums
every night,
every fucking night. So even though we probably won't be playing this, we have no complaints about it. It's just not our thing to play this over and over again. But we know a lot of you guys like it. So go to the forums, hop on the forums, and find the Gears events. There's one every weekend, and then almost every night if you hop on either the chat box or the forums.
IRC is usually the quickest play to play Gears.
If you drop an IRC and say I want to play Gears, a bunch of other people will be like, so do I. Come join our game. So
give it a try. It is a little interesting. The new campaign has a stealth element, so they actually changed a little bit of the gameplay. So I'm kind of curious how that is. I don't know if I'll be buying this anytime soon, but maybe if they reduce it or something. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Wow. So we have actually a ton of time.
We do.
So we have donation thanks.
So
I can't believe it. Somebody actually did it.
Yes. So I called everybody out last week. I was just like, these guys promised me a PSP.
Like 4 different people.
A lot of people promised me a PSP, but Kale came through. So this guy's name is Kale. His alias is Shogun 101. And he actually lives in Canada, and he mailed me his PSP. So I got it.
It's a nice PSP. Dude, it's like red.
I think it's the God of War edition.
Oh,
so I think that he mailed me the God of War edition. So
he got it pretty recently, man. So it didn't work out for you, huh, Kale?
Apparently, there was no games to play.
Wow. So hopefully, are you excited about like playing any games anytime soon? Or?
I am. I mean, I don't know of any upcoming games, but now that
Batman.
I have... Fuck that. But now that I have one, I can't make the same excuses when these games come out. I'm actually going to trial the games that you try.
Pretty much.
And I may ask you for some recommendations of the best ones that you've played in the last couple of years that I can kind of go back
I'm really curious. Actually, it would be really cool if you guys post on YouTube channel or that, like the big PSP games. Cause I know that'll
give me
be
your favorite, like 1 or 2 PSP games, and I'll go back and now that it's like I've joined the group after so long. It's like the PSP has been around for 3 or 4 years.
Dude, I got it when it came out, like for my birth, like 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
So I've been playing it. It's been an okay console.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's gotten more play than my PS3.
Wow.
Just because there's some pretty decent games, but I think you'll be surprised, especially with the E3 announcements. Okay. There were some huge games.
I remember noticing that. I was kind of skipping through that part of E3 because I didn't have a PSP, but now I actually give it a shot.
You might even play Metal Gear Solid on the PSP, man. Dude, imagine those cutscenes.
Wow.
Dude, they can't fit that many cutscenes on the UMD,
that's
so
true.
it'll probably be okay.
Well, that's the one good thing, is they would have to maybe fucking shorten that a little bit from 80 minutes to 40.
Yes. But thank you, Kale, for helping Tobin out. Now, if anybody has a DSi or a PSP Go.
Yeah, there you go. DSi. Hook us up. But thank you so much. We really appreciate stuff like that. We otherwise, like, we've already put so much money into NooBTooB buying our games.
I know
that we our wives won't let us spend any more money on games without getting divorced. So
pretty much.
Thank you very much for that. So next up is PAX, Penny Arcade Expo.
Penny Arcade Expo. So it is starting on the September 3rd, I believe.
Yes.
So it is. By the time you guys see this, it'll be like 4.5 weeks.
4 weeks.
So every week we're gonna be talking about it, and this week we are asking for ideas.
Yes. So what the deal is we have a bunch of stuff. We have some gaming T-shirts.
Gaming T-shirts.
We've got
a bunch of games to give away.
So I mean, we basically have a pile of stuff that we're going to take with us to PAX and give away to you guys. What we want is fun contests. What did we do last year at the very end?
So it was totally impromptu. So we had a spare NooBTooB shirt. Yes. We're like, what do you want to do, man? Do you want to do something just like... And like,
should we throw it in the air and let somebody grab it? It's like, we don't want people to fight. This is a gaming podcast. What can we do?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Holy shit, that was
epic. It was like 16-person face-off.
Yeah, and basically everybody, so it was 16 people, everybody went, and then it was 8, and then it was 4, and then it was 2, and I think it was like Game Shark and Locke were the last 2 people, right? Mm-hmm. And it was, I have never seen an epic rock, paper, scissors. Basically, they were like this, right?
Yeah, but they were tied like 5 times. It was like scissors, paper. You know, it was just like, and everyone was just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? It was the most epic rock, paper, scissors ever. So, you know, we'll probably do something like that as an homage.
Yes.
But if you guys have ideas about stuff that we could do that would be really fun and simple, we'll probably have a couple games that are like, hey, bring Mario Kart if you have a DS.
Yes.
You know, bring some of these other games.
Like random DS competitions. Yeah. People are talking about maybe having some competitions at GameWorks. Oh, so we'll pick like a game, like a random game.
I like that because they don't have to bring props with you.
Yeah,
you can just
like
hop on
skee ball competition. You know, fuck it. Whoever gets the highest score gets a T-shirt. You know, that kind of shit.
That. Okay.
But yeah, dude, like come up with like.
If you got ideas, hook us up. Because
Absolutely.
we're basically just going to make PAX all about. You go to all day to PAX, but also like it's there. You're there to be with other NooBToobers. You're going to play a shitload of games. You're going to get a free shit from us. Absolutely. We're going to buy pizza for everybody. It is going to be the shit. I can't even tell you guys how fun it's going to be.
And one of the things that we're a little bit unsure. So right now, like it's kind of looking like Friday will be a Kickle night.
Yep.
Saturday will be GameWorks.
Yep.
We're not sure about Sunday yet.
Yeah.
So Sunday is kind of like the last day of PAX. So there's a bunch of stuff we can do. We can all have dinner. We can basically go play board games. So if you guys have any ideas of what you guys want to do, as a big group,
let us know. And if you're from Seattle and you've got ideas of other stuff we could do in the area that was like walking or cabbing distance too, I mean, just hook us up. Any ideas you got for fun shit to do while we're there, we're down.
Absolutely, yeah. And dude, we got to do a Piroshki run.
Oh hell yeah!
We have to do a Piroshki
Can't go back
run.
for chili because the chili guy died.
No,
our poor chili guy, the guy that made the best chili in the whole world.
Chili.
Seriously, best chili ever.
It was amazing.
Dude probably ate too much chili.
Dude, that link you sent about the burgers were fucking amazing.
I know, it's called the Lunch Box. That doesn't sound right.
No, Burger Laboratory. I thought it was
Burger Laboratory,
something like
maybe,
that.
I don't know, but the point is, we're finding a bunch of food to feed our gunts while we're there. So it's going to be all sorts of food orgasmatrons.
Yes.
So,
each week, I like to feature the NooBTooB Army on the show. Please send in videos with questions, burning ideas, or whatever to the show if they're cool.
If you're burning groin, tell us all about it. You can also contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 or send your files to feedback@NooBTooB.com. Also, make sure to send your videos as video responses to our episodes on YouTube.
Yes, and make sure you keep all of the responses under a minute to be featured on the show. If it's a little bit over, we might cancel.
Yes. And don't forget the yow, bitch. So, first up is Eastman with a question about college.
These are strong.
You're drunk.
I'm a little bit.
You're drunk. You're Asian. You're supposed to be immune.
No! This is alcohol 15% volume. Holy shit!
You're not ever going home tonight.
No.
So first up is Eastman with a question.
Hey Tobin Yuzo. Eastman here with my final video actually for a little while until I moved into my college. In about a month I'm moving into my dorm rooms over at my local university, Oakland University. My question to you guys is, how did you guys do gaming in your dorm rooms? I'm assuming you were in dorm rooms, you know, regardless. Do you think I should put my games away in my closet? I can just keep them out, like keep them organized but keep them out? Or just leave them here and only play my PC? How did you guys basically do with this? I know you guys met each other in college due to gaming. I guess that's my question. Next time you see a video from me, I should be hopefully in my university. Yeah.
So first up, congratulations for going to college. Good
Absolutely.
job.
Good job.
We encourage education here at NooBTooB.
No, dude, I'm kind of jealous because those are going to be some awesome times.
Yes.
Awesome times.
College is a good
gaming.
time. It's a very good time. And there are some ladies that like the penis. So,
and some that don't, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's true. There's some dudes that like the penis, too.
Yes.
You're going to have a great time. I guess this all depends on, for one thing, it depends on your roommate.
As for terms of what?
In terms of whether you leave your shit out, like what your gaming setup is
because
like.
you think, well, take it, or
you never know, right? I mean, like,
I would be worried about other, because the thing is, like, one of the rules, the thing is, like theft is one of the most common things that'll happen. So if you're ever worried about it, just keep them under lock and key, especially your games, because those are things that people are just going to be like, they don't need this Team Fortress 2.
Right.
Whoop.
So I mean, generally speaking, my roommate and I, we would have our door open all the time when we were in the room. If we left, we'd close and lock the door, so we never actually had that much stolen from us. And then one or two people on the floor would always have, like, this was back in the day. So I mean, one or two people on the floor would have their TV and they would have like a Dreamcast.
Did you actually have a lot of console gaming when you? Because I had a little bit. So yeah, like Dreamcast, you had all those. Right?
N64, people were huge onto Super Smash Brothers.
Absolutely.
People were really big on Mario Kart.
Mario Kart was huge. Yeah, it was my senior year was when we got the N64, so it was like all about Mario Kart and whatchamacallit, Super Mario.
So what I would do is it's really cool when you get right to college is make a bunch of friends. I mean, if you are the guy that has a TV, don't be sitting in there playing like Metal Gear Solid by yourself.
Leave the door
open, and then be playing video games and play them loud. Because what's going to happen is people come by and like, oh shit, Mario Kart. You're like, here's a controller. Yep. Hop on in. Like, this is a really good way to meet people. Some of the best times I had were like 3 in the morning playing fucking StarCraft against other guys, playing Warcraft. Like, it's going to be awesome.
And the other big benefit of a lot of colleges is that they have computer clusters, and those are the absolute best place. Basically, a LAN party any time of the day.
Yep.
So we had this one particular PC cluster. It was like mostly Macs and a lot of the different ones, but we had this one PC cluster where basically once Command & Conquer came out, once Doom came out, like basically when Doom came out, our entire school network got like killed. Right? It was awesome.
Yeah.
So you can basically have that whole experience pretty much every night of the week,
right,
which is super awesome.
Yeah. So just enjoy it. People love games in college, and you will have more time to game in college than you will for probably the rest of your life. So enjoy it now.
Pretty much. Well, it depends on how much homework you have, but for the most part,
it'll get done. So next up is Thunderwolf with a something we didn't actually know about.
Yeah.
Hey NooBTooB, this is Thunderwolf from the forums, and I was down the street today at my local 7-Eleven, and I saw something pretty weird. It was a GameFly G-Box. And it's basically a vending machine with a touchscreen computer in the front, and you can search for any game you want, and you just touch it and you rent it for $2 a day. So I thought, that's pretty cool. So I rented Bionic Commando, and it ejected it for me through a little slot, and I have it right here. It's the GameFly G-Box thing it came in, and there's Bionic Commando in there, and I was wondering what you guys think of this, and have you seen it, and will it be taken over as your new Blockbuster? Because I would imagine there's more than one copy of a game in there. Here's what it looks like. It's on my computer. There it is, the GameFly G-Box. Basically a vending machine, and yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
That is genius. Because every Safeway near me has one of these that for $2 a day.
Red something.
Red box or whatever it is. Yeah, so it's like you can go up and you just like, for a couple bucks a day, you can go and rent a DVD.
And they have actually a lot of DVDs. They pretty much have all the new releases. Right. And Blockbuster and Netflix are actually kind of scared of these guys.
They should be.
So the fact that GameFly is actually doing it, where you can go and $2 is actually pretty reasonable, considering it's like $9 now at Blockbuster, right?
Blockbuster
for
is
5 days.
Dick in the ass now. Like I was so angry last time I went in there. Like, yeah, it's $9.54. It's like,
yeah.
Do I get the console with that game? Like, at that point, I mean, most games we play, you either play it and you like it so much you're going to buy it, or you play it and like within a day or two you're like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
So this is perfect for us.
Yeah, so two days we would. I mean, if we can find one at a grocery store near us, I'd definitely use that as opposed to going to Blockbuster, because I'm actually going to Blockbuster and I'm doing the 1 Out program, which is 21, I think, something like that. So it's kind of pricey.
Yeah, I mean, like you could rent 10 games for a day each for that much. I mean, did he say? I don't remember if he said where he saw that. I guess.
Well, apparently it's national. So we did some research on it, and the price is $2 for a Wii game, $2.50 for PS3 and 360 games. It's a great idea. I'm a little worried. Like I don't understand how their business model is going to work.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, right? Like Netflix, a bunch of those big companies don't rent games because they're so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you people are just going to take this home and scratch the shit out of it because apparently people think that video games and DVDs are goddamn coasters. Because every time I've gotten shit from Netflix, it seriously looks like somebody just like took it and just rubbed sandpaper on it. It's like, it's a movie. You take it out of the envelope and put it in your fucking DVD player. Like, what are you people doing with these movies?
You know, you put it there, you put your beer on it, then you let your cat play with it for a little while. I mean, that's the American way.
Shave with it or something. I don't know what these people are doing, but yeah, it's like you have to rent that game so many times to make your money back.
Basically 30 days if you want for a $60 game. So I'm hoping they do good because this is super convenient. This is something that we totally want.
What I think they're going to do is they're just going to like basically say if the game is scratched, they just charge you for the full price on your credit card. It's probably like a big scam where they just take all your money.
Do you think there's so what actually happens when you return the game? Do you think it just puts it back in, or do you think somebody looks at it?
It'll just put it back in, I'm sure.
Wow.
So then you could just return like But here's the thing: is somebody's going to have to go through and hand check every.
That's what I mean,
one.
yeah. Because like automating that is not. I guess you could automate it if you think about it. It's just like
tough,
the
though.
thing you returned is super scratched.
Yeah.
Please pay $60.
Yeah, but what if you put in like a Counting Crows CD instead of a game, right? Like it's like not scratched at all.
Actually, that's no, because I'm sure what they probably do is put like a tag on, tape a tag on top of it. But that'd be fucking
move that tag. So anyway, don't do anything that what we're saying. That's just terrible.
No,
that's awful.
I told you the story about what I did with Nintendo cartridges a long time ago.
You used to pop the middle out, right?
I actually popped the chip out because everything else was the same, and I popped and put them in and returned the games. It was the best scam ever. Don't
You're
do that.
You're a terrible person.
I was 12.
You're teaching these kids
with
to be
no
rotten
money.
12-year-olds. Yeah, I know. I did the same shit.
What? All right. So so thank you very much, Thunderwolf. Good info.
Next up is Ninsaru with a little dose of Ninsaru. I don't know what else to say. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Ninsaru, and as anyone may know, GameTap is offering completely full free games such as Psychonauts, Fallout 1, Sam & Max, and, Earthworm Jim. But only for Windows users, not Mac at all. How do you feel about this? Also, to kill a dead hooker, should you use a 16mm handgun or just your bare hands? And where do you put the dead hooker? Do you put it in a garbage can or in the recycle bin? That's one question that's been boggling my mind for the past week. And on a final note, what game has ever brought your family or your close relatives that are not gamers together? Mine? Donkey Kong 64. Yeah.
He's kind of out of his shit.
He is, but the thing is, we coming from San Francisco, we care about the environment. I need to tell you guys, dead hookers are not recyclable.
Yeah.
Compostable.
Also, that's true.
They are so it's the
chop
green
them into small pieces.
Well, yeah. So chop small pieces. Green bin, not the blue bin.
Yeah.
Very important.
Also, that was a trick question. He said, "How do you kill a dead hooker?"
Oh, that's true.
She's already dead.
Yeah.
I did well in the SAT, bitch. I know how to do word problems.
Yeah, but what do you do with her?
I don't know about that.
See.
You gotta, I like the idea from Fargo, just wood chipper.
Wood chipper,
dead hooker, fertilize my garden.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's the compost idea, so it's
the
perfect.
composting. He said other stuff.
Not game.
GameTap?
GameTap. Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, so we've talked about this before. GameTap is running some really, really good bargains. It's honestly a pretty good deal. Like it's something cheap. It's like $11 or $13 a month. You just go in and play a shitload of games, and they have really good games like Psychonauts, and then they're all for free. I mean, like once you're in there, generally speaking, I think almost every game in GameTap is free. I think
there's a lot of free games, and there's a few. Yeah, for music, it's basically a rental service. So once you subscribe to it, it's fine. But you don't even have to be a member and pay the monthly fee to play some of the games. So some of them are free just because, I guess they do advertising-based.
No shit.
So it's a great thing. If you guys don't know about it, because the thing is, we kind of assume most people know about it. Yeah. But if you don't, go there today. There's a ton of free games you can play on PC today.
Yeah, GameTap is cool.
Good job.
All right, and then so next one is Bones IV with a question.
Hey y'all, this is Bones IV from YouTube. I'm calling in with two questions. One is, if you can magically get amnesia and forget any of your favorite games so you can replay it and completely re-experience it, what would yours be? Mine would be either Kingdom Hearts or Metal Gear Solid 3. And also, I've been staying in Hong Kong for the past 3 months, but I'm a resident of the United States. Is there any way I could get in and drink at the party? Anyways, yeah. Bye.
Well, how old are you?
If you're under 21, no.
Right. I mean, you better either have a good fake ID or be over 21, because otherwise it's out of our hands. Yeah. If people buy you beers, we're not going to stop you. I'm just saying we're not buying anybody beers.
No, we do not condone underage drinking. But
totally
if it happens,
shouldn't ever do that, because I didn't. And then the other one was, if you could have amnesia and replay any games. I mean, like, you think back, like, what games were so magical that if you could go back again and play them now, you would love that experience.
But see, part of it is almost like, okay, well, just removing your memory of that game means that, okay, well, like, would you still play a retro game and still enjoy it as much as you did? So that's
especially if it's like now, right?
Yeah, so some of those, that's why like some of the old games I remember getting so into, like Ultima 5, like Ultima Underworld.
But if you go back and play them now, you just be like, what is this old shit?
I totally don't remember playing this game, so it obviously sucks. Yeah. So
I would say one game that I bet you anything stands up, because I've beaten it somewhat recently, is Beyond Good and Evil. I wish that I could forget Beyond Good and Evil. I wish that I could just play that again fresh because it's fucking awesome. It is so good. I wish I could just wipe my brain. Same with
With the Ratchet series, maybe, or
Ratchet would be good, but what was the spray painting and
Jet
Set Radio Future? Nobody agrees with me on this, but this game is the shit.
No, a lot of people do agree with you. I do not agree.
I like Jet Set Radio Future.
Yeah, so I think if I had to go back, I would definitely pick something that I think I would definitely enjoy again. So a lot of those older games, but probably the God of War series.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to experience the visceral reaction of those again.
I guess a lot of these games, basically what he's asking us what our favorite games are, right? Because basically we're just saying, what would you like to play again without being bored? Because the problem is
Dead Space would have been fun, right? But it's too recent.
So Uncharted, Dead Space, these things. I mean, you can't ever go back. This is not Memento.
Unfortunately. And the thing is, the more games you play, the harder it is to please you.
It's true.
It's unfortunate.
But when you do get pleased by a game like Splosion Man or whatever, I mean, it's still...
It's nice.
We've stayed young for years.
But yeah, dude, I mean, that's the thing. It's once you feel a game, it's just it's really hard to explain it, but it's just you play it and you're just wow, I'm taken to a new world, or I'm taken to new things. Just oh my god, it's undescribable.
Yeah, dude, the night that I played Portal was not that long ago.
I know.
And it was just this magical night.
Yeah.
It is
6 hours straight.
Anytime you get some new experience where it's just it kind of opens a door in your brain.
Yeah.
Where you're I haven't thought like this before. I haven't realized a game could be like this.
I know, and what's sad is just we play so many games, just this has been done before.
Oh, yeah.
It's just it's kind of sad, but it's just when you could find that game.
Yeah. I mean, we're sitting on 20 years of gaming experience where it's we can play a game in 5 minutes in. I was playing, my life is Darklord. I was shit.
Yes, but it was the first desktop tower defense. Maybe you might have liked it. Maybe.
But what's hilarious is this game probably cost a couple $1 million to make, right? Square Enix just blew their wad on it. Yep. Meanwhile, I enjoyed Shift more, which was some dude playing with fucking Flash.
For about half an hour.
Because it's all about making that connection in your brain, tickling that part of your brain that's just wow, I haven't done this before. This is really cool.
And once you make that connection, it's gone.
Yeah.
Right? It's just
that
neuron pathway is
I wouldn't
gone.
play Shift 2, right? I'd be this has been done. So, But people keep thinking of new shit.
Which is awesome.
And then last up is Dreamcast Man. His name is not actually Dreamcast Man, but he mumbles this
sound like Dreamcast Man to me.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Tobin and Yuzo, this is Totally Dreamcast Man from the forums. I just want to talk about that as of June 27th, it was the Game Boy's official 20th anniversary. I wanted to ask you, do you guys have any really good memories of playing with the Game Boy or anything? And just see how you felt about that. Okay, thanks. Yow.
Game Boy was the shit.
Game Boy was the best thing ever. Oh my god. Let's set the tone, right? So the Nintendo Entertainment System had been out for a little while.
The year is 1947.
Sure, it was 42. I think World War II, Nazis were basically...
the war was over. I remember. I defeated the Krauts.
Yes.
I just come back from the war.
Exactly. And basically, Japan was bombed, and then they came up with the Game Boy was unearthed. Basically, it was awesome. So
the era, it was kind of the first. Okay, you know what?
Well, it wasn't the first because they had the.
Well, no, but you imagine what mobile games were before that. It was those bullshit things where it'd be you kick a football, it's
a pixel. It's a little thing, and Nintendo, to its credit, had come out with the Game & Watch system, right? Which is basically a little LCD, and they were fun games. I had Donkey Kong, I had a bunch of those games, but there's nothing on the level of what Game Boy could basically give you portable.
Yeah, Game Boy blew our minds.
When did you get it?
I don't remember. I think I was in 5th grade. 4th grade?
I think I was in 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah.
And I got it when I was in Japan.
Oh, shit.
So I was in Japan. So typically, every year, I'd go to Japan for about a month and a half, just because my parents were from, obviously. And
what?
You can tell?
You're African.
Well, yeah, that too. But no, I went there, and it came out while I was there.
Oh.
And basically, it came out, I think, so it had been New Year's. So I had basically gotten a wad of cash, because basically that's what, Japanese give you at that. So I'm like, wow, what is this? And the thing, what was awesome was I had been in the arcades, and Tetris had just come out in the arcades. And I was addicted to that game. And I was paying $1, right?
Yeah.
Every single time. So I would go there with $5, because that's all I would get a day.
Yeah.
Go there and blow all 5, and I'm like, Tetris was amazing.
Yeah.
And the fact that Game Boy had it,
you just play it all day and never have to pay for
shit.
it. And Tetris is actually the first thing that blew my mind on the Game Boy too, because I played on the Game Boy. I was completely addicted. I was fucking Tetris-sized. I was dreaming in my sleep. Then I found out about the cable. When I could
wasn't
play
that so
against
awesome?
somebody else, like the cable was like 3 feet long.
Oh, yeah,
right?
you're like this,
So,
you're playing
you're
this.
playing like this,
Gotcha,
basically.
bitch.
But you could
Yeah.
plug a cable between my DS and your DS, and we could play Tetris against each other. I was like, ah! My brain fucking blew out my head. I was like, oh my god, this is the future of gaming. Because like up to that point, the only online games that the games I played against other people were door games on BBSs, which would be I'd call up and I'd play. I'd hang up, somebody else would call up, they'd play. But like at the same fucking time.
Oh, we had nothing like that. Modems hadn't been invented yet at this point. So they invented it, nobody used it. But the awesome thing about it, since I got in Japan, when I came back. And basically showed everybody. So this was basically about 6 or 8 months before it came out.
Oh, you were the shit.
It was fucking awesome.
Nice.
So if you guys can, you guys are young kids right now, go to
5th grade bitches hanging on you.
Hell yeah! No, actually, video games were still nerdy at that point, so no play, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, so that is it for us, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
So that's the show for the week. Please check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate in our forums by clicking on the community tab at the top of the page.
And if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right over here. Also rate this video with 5 stars by clicking on my sake balls. Sake balls.
Ball, 1 cup and...
That's all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozire.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe. Audio engineering is done by Range. So very tired, drunk. So tired. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. What? Yeah.
Hey NooBTooB, this is free of charge from the forums. I just watched episode 151, and Tobin basically told us to pick sides on how we felt about Eat Lead, and I was originally going to side with Tobin, because the gameplay really wasn't that bad, and the writing was funny. Then I stopped to think about it. It just took me 10 hours to watch a shitty movie. I'm going to have to side with Yuzo. Sorry, Tobin. Yow.
Hey guys, it's Willman2 from the forums. I just gotta be, y'all said the two sides for the ELED thing, and I am on Tobin's side. ELED is the shit. Fuck you, Yuzo. You're wrong. Go ELED, man. Even the gameplay is sick, just like Top Hat said. ELED is the shit. Yow.
Oh, I'm so fucking drunk. Let's play some Rock Band for a bit.
Nice.
Woof. I didn't realize it would be that strong.
Why do you think I drank that shit in Japan, dude?
Because it's cheap.
That's right.